It's a really difficult situation for us, actually. We bought Google a couple of years ago because we really like its core business. It basically has a monopoly in most parts of the world on search advertising, and it had been adding businesses around that search business that we thought had a lot of potential. We think YouTube, in the age of watching television online, is going to be a very good business. Android, although it doesn't produce a lot of revenue, is in more than half of the smartphones around the world. They had a lot of these businesses that were sitting there around their search business that we really, really liked. And the price was reasonable. You know, you're paying 17 or 18 times earnings for a business that we had thought had a fair bit of growth ahead of it. That story, I guess, has slowly unraveled over the past year or year and a half, and it's not because there's anything wrong with those core businesses or the story around the YouTube or the Android. I think the ability for them to monetize YouTube has increased, if anything. So there's a few businesses there that we thought might have been worth something that are probably worth a lot of money. What's really changed is the owners of this company, who you might remember about a year ago changed the share structure of Google so that there are now voting shares and non-voting shares. And the guys who control the company now have a very different view to us on what they plan on doing with this company's copious amounts of cash flow. So there was an interview in the Financial Times last year, and another one in Fortune magazine, where Larry Page was talking about his visions for the company, and it really now has become, we want to change the world rather than we want to be really good in this online advertising space. And they're doing now some very capital intensive, going into businesses that have very poor returns on capital, and they're spending enormous amounts of money on it. So stuff like satellites and driverless cars and high-speed broadband infrastructure that are further and further removed from that core search business. And we're finding it very difficult to value a business that says, well, we're never going to pay you a dividend and we want to change the world with all of this cash flow, rather than some coherent business strategy that we can use to analyse it.